What's going on, guys? Here at Angel Park Golf Club, Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm here with one of my favorite people in the entire world, one of the best caddies that I know on the PGA Tour, Todd Montoya. He's caddy for everybody under the sun. We actually have a caddy for you, our good friend Gabriel Reiter, that's going to be lasering and also clubbing us. I'm going to ask you a few questions, but he's going to be taking care of what you normally have to take care of. So you can just relax, have fun, and let's play this Cloud 9 par 3 course. You want to play for anything?
Whatever you want to play.
Let's play for dinner. I lost dinner a couple nights ago. It's time to redeem myself. And 10% goes to you.
Yeah, we're winning.
Okay.
92 yards, -2 for slope. We're looking at 90. Wind is coming in and from the right. I'd say place about 96, depending on the track. Most likely going to be sandwich.
Is that a question? You have big confidence as a caddy.
I don't know your distances.
What
yet.
about this T wedge? What's that?
What is
60.
60. I'd say sand P.
Sand wedge is the right choice.
Okay.
Okay.
From Phoenix, Arizona,
Yeah, from Phoenix, Arizona.
Andrew Fisher.
That's right.
Andrew FishFit Fisher.
Shoo. I like the sound of that. Ooh, good call, Catty. Would you like to help Mr. Montoya out as well? Did a good job with me.
All right, Mr. Montoya, what club you got?
I've got my 60-degree wedge.
That's wrong club.
What's your stock yardage with the 60?
Well, at this elevation, I can get this close to 100, actually.
I don't like it, but I'll trust you, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Sounds good.
I actually think it's a bad club. And I think as a good caddy, you would talk him out of that. But we'll find out.
Sometimes you have to have trust in your player.
Oh. Not bad, not bad. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this. Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of nicknames for you out on tour, but one of the ones that stands out for me is Overkill. You've gotten this nickname for this reputation, I should say, for a reason. Why is that?
Well, I'd say that most of the other caddies and players throw that out there saying that I'm overkill because I tend to do more work than any other caddy as far as getting information on the golf course, whether it's rolling balls to old hole locations or checking yardages in the yardage book or adding yardages to the yardage book or walking the course before an afternoon round and watching them set up the course and watching play that day. You know, there's many, many different reasons, but you know, a lot of other caddies do one or two of those things, but I do all of those things.
Yeah, I actually noticed this. One of the first times I ever saw you was in the trees, and you were getting you were lasering a sprinkler head that was in the trees, and I thought to myself, what are you doing? That you'll never be in the trees. And your response to me was, well, you never know.
That's true.
So right then, Overkill became a perfect nickname for you. I'll break away for the questions for a second while you make this birdie if you can.
I'll see what I can do about
Good shot, by the way.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Sure, give it a shot.
Oh my gosh. Caddy.
It's okay, he can redeem himself. What do you see here? How much do you see here, Gabe?
That never happens. You would be at docked and pay. Now, can you lay on the ground like that, Todd?
Absolutely, 100% you can lay on the ground. He could even lay on the green if he wanted to. In fact, I've been chastised by rules officials for doing that. Even though it's not against the rules, it's definitely frowned upon.
So you can lay your entire body on the green to read a putt like this?
Correct, you absolutely can. Wow, it did stay straighter than I thought it would.
Would you like to finish or would you like to mark that?
I'll mark it since you got the putter.
Okay. We're actually playing out of the same bag, just in case anybody was curious. This is actually a fancy smancy putter. We'll have to highlight this a little bit later.
It's going to be a little short for you.
It's okay. I can adapt to anything. It is really short. Jeez. Wow. Okay, Michelle Wee here. I just got to feel it out a little bit. All right. I think I got it. Golly. Short putter. Why is that?
Well, The main reason is because there's a combination of things. I'm a little bit short myself, and when I'm putting, I don't like to break the elbows.
Yep.
I like them locked and just straight lines, so that when I move the putter, it's just this triangle that is made right here between the shoulders and the arms. It's just all together.
One unit.
And it's just locked in there for me. It just feels good for me like that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, personal preference.
So the length of the putter allows me to just do that.
I liked it. Now this is actually a good move. This is the bag closest to the tee box. I've actually seen a couple caddies put it on the wrong side by accident.
That'll happen.
They got to know where the next hole is going to be. That was a good job by Gabriel Ryder. I wonder have you ever caddied before? I don't know about this. Yeah, okay.
Not sure if that's what you can really call what I do, caddy.
What do you do?
Just mental training for the players.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Coaching.
You know, sports psychology.
Okay. Guess I'm up. Now, Todd, Gabe's using a laser right now. If
Yeah.
this was a tournament, that's a no-go, huh?
In the tournament round itself, correct. On the PGA Tour, we cannot use lasers during the round. It's against the rules.
Practice rounds, though?
Practice rounds, we use them up. We use them all the time in our coursework as well when we're checking the golf course.
Okay. Okay, got it. All right, so what do we got?
Got 100 yards, got a false front, and we got a little bit of a back stop. So instead of going with the sandwich, I gave you the P, I want you to fly it a little bit lower. If anything, utilize a little bit behind the pin.
Okay. It's kind of nice having someone kind of just tell you what to do.
It is.
Carry number 106.
And you accounted for that strong breeze in my face, huh?
You want it to actually land 106. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So what's the 106 playing?
113.
I like it.
And 113 because that wind is pretty strong? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's every caddy thinking that, huh? He says something real confident. He goes, whew, boy, I hope he hits this good.
This is looking good, boys. Watch it come use the back slope. Oh, sit! Ooh, now the caddy looks like a
Genius.
Looks genius, yeah.
Just like he drew it up.
Just like it. Okay, let's clean that up. Thank you. Let's clean that up. And then I don't know if Todd's got the
Yeah.
same club. I mean,
No,
we're different people.
I do. I like it.
Wow. Hitting the same clubs, man. Okay.
Absolutely. No, when we're walking a PGA Tour player through this shot, normally we would tell them what the front number is, what it is to the front edge of the green, what it is to the total, to the hole, but we'll also give them some extra information because there is what's called a false front here, a lot of slope in the front of this green short of the flag. We'll give him what the number is to carry to the top of that ridge, so he makes sure and carries it at least that far. And then what's behind the hole as well, we'll tell him that, so he knows how far he can carry it past the hole and still be on the green.
It's a lot of information. Do a lot of guys like that?
It depends.
Yep.
It's very much dependent on the player. Some players like every detail of information like we just described, and some players like it kept minimal. Just what the distance is to the hole, and that's it.
Yeah. Field players versus kind of like an analytical player, huh?
Definitely,
Yeah.
100%. Didn't catch it very well, but it's on a good
Well,
line.
it's thin, but it's under the wind, and
All right.
wow. So, did you mean to do that? I don't think you did.
Well, I was trying to flight it lower like that, but I did catch it a little thin. Thanks.
So the putter's in your hand because you hit a good shot. That's always a good sign.
It's a great sign.
Caddy's job is to put that putter in his hand quickly. And I think that instills like a lot of confidence too, right off the bat. You know, you hit a good shot. Here's the putter. Let's getting ready for the next shot.
Absolutely. I have worked for some players who that's actually key and critical for them. Bryce Mulder
Yeah.
wanted the putter in his hand as soon as I could get it there. And he would twirl, he'd walk down to the hole and he'd be twirling it the whole way. And he's just got a good feel for the putter in his hand, and that's what he likes. And again, different players don't necessarily want that. Some players don't want the putter until you get actually to the green. So it just depends.
Yeah. You've had a couple players that are like, don't hand me that putter until I get to the game. To the green. I like to walk around and.
In 14 years of doing this, I've worked for enough different players that I could confidently say, yes, I have worked for that type of player.
Okay, gotcha. But this is a factor of my ball's clean, the grooves were clean, I hit a slope, and I was into the wind and had tons of backspin, and that exacerbated the ball to even get more backspin. So normal flat green, that probably wouldn't have
come back that far.
Wouldn't come back that far, exactly. So a lot of guys are saying, I want to spin it like the PGA Tour guys do. They really don't understand there's a lot of factors going on with that.
Right. Some of it is a factor of conditions, condition of the green, condition of the wind at hand.
Yep.
And then there's slope as well that can play a part in that.
And these golfers are having their clubs sharpened almost every week. These grooves are cleaned out, they're sharpened. I mean, they're in the equipment trailer every single week. Now, Gabe's trying to read my putt, and I didn't even ask for that. But I did miss. I did miss my last putt, so let's give him a chance here.
About maybe 2 balls out to the right. Let just feed in on the high side.
Okay. All right.
Good speed.
Okay. I actually like that.
And he shoved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't you tell him 2 balls?
That's what the caddy.
That looked like it started about 2 cups.
2 cups. Yeah, I might have started that a little bit too outside, but I don't know if it broke as much as we talked about. I think maybe right edge.
Now we're getting into the player-caddy dynamic.
Yeah, that was not my fault. That was the caddy's fault. But here's the thing: as a player, you make the decision. You had the final call. You listen to what your caddy says. That's on you. That's on you.
That is true. That's the absolute truth of the matter. I would say some players don't necessarily adhere to that.
Yeah, agreed.
Gabe, what do you think?
A lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure.
It's hard to come in and like not hit a putt in probably a week and have to read something that's of value. There's money on the line.
Well, what I like to do is I try to get a little bit of try to look at the tendency,
Sure.
The first putt you hit up there didn't break that much. Even though Fish shoved that one considerably, it still didn't break that much. So I want to play a little less. Now, downhill putts do break more, but I want you to play this inside and straight.
Inside and straight, okay. Oh.
I don't know. It's
I may have fooled that a little bit, but I think it also went that way, which fooled me. I thought if anything it would go the other way.
Get him next time, huh? Now, that's something you don't say to a player.
That is something I would definitely not say to a player. At that point in time with a makeable birdie putt and he misses it, I probably wouldn't be saying too much.
Yeah, I didn't know that. My buddy had a caddy for him, and every time after he hit a bad shot, he said his caddy would be like, "It's okay, we'll make it up," And I was like, "Oh boy, that doesn't sound good."
Yeah, there's a lot of truth to that. I think I heard a player saying, what makes a good caddy? What makes a good caddy is a caddy who knows when not to talk.
No doubt about it.
Not necessarily, because caddies can try to be motivated. It's like, hey, let's get him, let's get it. That's too much. Players don't want to hear that. There's a fine line that we walk, isn't it, when we're trying to have verbal encouragement. Sometimes not saying anything at all is super helpful.
No doubt about it. I think there is a fine line, and most of it depends on knowing your player. How well do you know your player and what is going to be best for him to create the feeling of recovery for him if he just made a poor stroke or a bogey or something like that. What can you tell him so that he'll react positively and rebound from that? Yeah, no doubt about it. Again, that's knowledge of the course and being able to at that moment in time, being able to say, hey, we got a lot of green to work with. It's uphill from there. Shouldn't be any problem. We got this.
Okay. Hey, I think you got this.